Namaskar. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in this part of the little world connected by the internet, by the Zoom technology, and what else, other means that have compressed this into one small place for that where we can communicate heart to heart. So I'd like to welcome all of you who have joined us and that who will be joining us as we continue our journey together. I'd like to thank all of you that we have joined and that will be joining us and that have continued to degree for the first 3 days uh, faithfully, diligently, heartfully. Um, and today we will be beginning our journey on the fourth ray of the white color, white purity. I will talk more about it as we uh, begin our that portion. So today is actually here in the Washington D.C. area is 6:30 a.m. In Delhi is 4 p.m. and in where J is even earlier than that is 4:30 a.m. J. It's very early for J to get up there in Honduras, Central America. So anyway, we will begin. We have a actually 2 day portion. Today I'll introduce to you will what is the fourth ray, the qualities of the fourth ray, white ray, and we have a matrix that was posted on online by Poonam. We'll go over that matrix together, so we get a feel for that. How we're going to do that, as we always do that. So today will be really that kind of degree portion that will begin. Tomorrow, Sunday, we will uh, actually hear some more teaching about the fourth ray from the master Chohan is or the fourth ray whose name is Sarapas Bay. We'll talk about that today, and so you want to really attend today and tomorrow because I think both the teachings that we'll hear from the masters tomorrow that will be really much helpful in terms of our continuing our work that will begin today and then throughout the whole week uh, until next Friday. So anyway, let's begin with our invocation. As we always do that, we invite the masters, angels, cosmic beings, Kuruma, Danilo, and all other beings that we know of, and we, also that other beings that we do not know of. We also invite them to join us. So we have a mandala, uh, of light, as above, so below. So you may want to close your eyes if, as you wish, as I make this invocation. Almighty God, I am that I am, the threefold flame that burns in upon the altar of our heart. O beloved higher self, beloved Krishna consciousness, Buddha consciousness, Guru Nanak consciousness, the higher consciousness, the Atma, the Nam, the Vaheguru, whatever name we call you. We invoke your presence in the heart of everyone who is gathered here and who will be gathering for this session today and tomorrow that we begin on the fourth ray. Beloved Sarapaspe, the Johan of the fourth ray, we ask you to come now also and overshadow each and every one of us as what we need to learn, what we need to do, how we need to embody the teaching of the divine ray of purity. Beloved Guruma and beloved Lanello, we call for your mental to be upon each and every one of us as we continue our journey of the weaving of the garment of the seven rays, the fabric, the cloth, the garment that we wear from our causal body, that we download that energy from our causal body here below, so that we may have that invincible uh, light, invisible light of God, of I am that I am, as above, so below, as we have been called, we have been told, meaning of Om Tat Sat Om is beloved angels from the heart of the seven archangels, come now and protect each and every one of us in our light as we are beginning our journey, so that this light may be continued to we retain it, we maintain it, we expand it, we multiply it, for not for our own victory, our victory of our family members, all whom we are connected, for our nation, for the whole planet. In the name of I am that I am. We thank you, God, for hearing and answering our prayer. Om. Amen. Okay, let's see. I'd like to welcome on behalf of our team who have joined us. Let's see, I see Devina, Rahul, Pradeep, Sunita, uh, Sunita ji, welcome. Pooja Nikhale ji, welcome. Pooja Tole ji from welcome from Australia. Um, say Jasjit ji, welcome. Um, say Alka ji, welcome. Uh, and Dr. Ranjit Singh ji, welcome. See, I have mentioned everyone. That is, yeah, Pooja from Delhi also, welcome, dear heart. So, okay, let's begin our work today. Uh, as I was mentioning earlier, today we continue our journey on the fourth ray. First of all, I'd like to again welcome all of you who have been diligently agreeing on the first three rays. I know sometimes it is difficult. I realize that, and but I think sometimes our tests come also through uh, our inability or our resolution in our mind whether I should decree or do something else, or something else comes in our life and we say there's decrees are decrees, they're not working. I don't see that anything. And this is how our negative mind, our human mind, our dweller uh, like to tell us through our thoughts and our feelings like that. And that's we have to know the nature of the anti God self in us, which gives us that kind of energy of laziness and slothiness and anti love and all the perversion of the each ray, particularly the divine love that we just finishing this week. There are very strong perversion of the divine love that comes to us in a very subtle manner. We do not know that. We think, oh yeah, yeah, I have, whatever reason you justify that. And so those are the things that I would like to all us to know that we all go through that. The saints that have gone before us, they have gone through us, and the masters have gone before us. They have experienced the same kind of test, initiation, energies, whatever you want to call it, and they have overcome. So what advantage we have is that we have the presence, we have the lessons from the masters, we have their presence with us. We know that this is the strategy of the dark forces to slow us down. And once they slow us down, what happens is we lose the momentum. It's like a momentum is like when you are driving a car, four wheels, it's coming down the hill, it catches its momentum. And when going up the hill, if you have to maintain that momentum, you're coming in the valley and then we have to go up on the hill, not very steep hill. The momentum will carry you on top of the hill very easily. After talking about the car, it will just ride the hill very easily. So that is how we can look at ourselves. That momentum that we build will help us to overcome those hills of test of our daily tests or initiations or the thoughts of whatever laziness and other things that come into our life. The simple way to look at it is prioritization. Other things take priority in our life, and we forget about this. And so that's what we have to remember, that we call Archangel Michael or Archangel Chamuel or Archangel Jophiel. These are the name of the three angels for the three ray. Today we're dealing with Archangel Gabriel. You can call to Archangel Gabriel, help me, help me, help me. I'm having this difficulty. Can you? And and so we'll talk about more today about Archangel Gabriel, about the Serapis Bay, and also the Elohim Astraya and purity of the fourth ray. So, Jay, can we have please that document, which uh, I think I'll be mailing that tomorrow, about the will be about the fourth ray masters. We'll be discussing that today a little bit, and we'll discuss that tomorrow also. So I will mail that on all of you whose names are on my email list. I will send you that tomorrow. So that document, we always do that before we start our discourse, our teaching, sharing of the teaching on particular ray. So there are three levels. The first level is Chohan. There each ray has a Chohan. Chohan are the teachers. Chohans are the masters who once walked on the earth. So they are very close to us. So and then we have angels on the particular ray. Then we have a Elohim on that day also. So these are the three layers, you can say three levels that we are introducing ourselves or introducing, inviting the masters so we can work with them. They're always there. They have been there. We did not know about them. That was the reason why we have lost that memory, we have lost that connection. So we are really reconnecting ourselves. How do we reconnect? Through our thoughts, through our feelings, and through our spoken word of decrees. So those are the way. That's why these decrees are very powerful medium for us to connect with the masters. The science of the spoken word, you might be thinking about what is the meaning of the science of the spoken word. And through decrees, mantras, prayers, when we speak them, when we speak a word like that, there's a science behind it. And it's an ancient science that was practiced in India, in other parts of the world. There are some records that masters have told us about Lemuria, the continent of Lemuria, where right now there's a Pacific Ocean. It's under the Pacific Ocean now. And also the continent of Atlantis, where Atlantic Ocean is under the Atlantic Ocean. Both these continents sank, because people misuse that science of the spoken word and through other means also. But what I'm talking about is people when both those continents had golden ages one time before they sank. And the people one of the reasons why they had a golden ages in those two continents, because people practice the science of the spoken word through decrees, through mantras, through invoking the presence of God, and they're walking with God through this practice of the science of the spoken word. They purified their chakras through these rays that we are doing. So this is the ancient science that actually, India is a land of mother, and India, after the continent of Lemuria, the Pacific Ocean that sank, that light was brought to India, and so that is why some of us have a vague memory. Some we don't have that, but some of us have a vague memory about that. Okay, let's begin with what the science of the spoken word is really we'll be practicing today in a minute, the new matrix. So I'd like to save the time for the later part of the decrees that we'll be practicing. So here is Serapis Bey. You can see his picture there. You can see we do not have a picture per se that I was looking for. It's a picture of a statue. You can see there's a snake around him from his feet around. And what does that signify? It looks like the snake represents the Kundalini energy, which is from the Muladhara chakra, which is the seventh chakra in the base of our spine, that we raise the energies, which is white light. So this is what he says. This picture symbolizes that Serapis Bey represents Muladhara chakra, the base of the spine, or the white light. Okay, I'm going to read that I'm going to read only the highlighted portions for the sake of time. And I'll read the other portion tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll also have a teaching by Messenger Guruma. I have found very beautiful teaching on the YouTube. Actually, a couple of clips on the YouTube about Serapis Bey and about the temple in Serapis Bey in Luxor and Egypt. So you will love that teaching from her. She'll talk about some other things that I'm not going to read today. Okay, let's look at the highlighted portion. Serapis Bey is the Chohan of the fourth ray, higher of the Ascension Temple at Luxor in Egypt. He is also known as Serapis Soleil, Serapis of the Sun. What does that mean? Serapis of the Sun means the Serapis of the sunlight of the I am that I am. So we have when you look at the word S-U-N, sun, sometimes you think of the sun outside the sun, the solar sun that comes in the morning and that starts in the evening. But sun also means the S-U-N, the sun of the I am presence. Remember, we have I am presence chart. I'll be showing you that chart of the I am presence. The sun. So we have a sun in our, and he is the son, of the sun. We all are the sons and daughters of S-O-N, sons and daughters of that sun, S-U-N, sun. So let's think about along those lines. The S-U-N, sun is the light of the Vaheguru, light of the God. I am that I am, light of Om, light of, this may be something new for all of us to kind of process and think about. Okay, uh, the picture below, this is another picture. This was painted by one of our artists of Summit Lighthouse long time ago at the direction of uh, Mark Prophet. You know, and you can see that the picture below, there is a Sarabas base standing there on the left side, and there's an initiate standing in front of him. There's a big line of the initiates walking. This is in Luxor. Yeah, this one, this is a picture is in the Luxor, Egypt, with where his retreat is. So will Guruma will talk about that tomorrow, about this particular part. But I want to give a little bit of glimpse. These are the Sphinx and the pyramids behind it. And the Srabas Bey was, when his embodiment, was a great architect. So he put all those spiritual teachings in this form of this pyramids and sphinx, and there are so many steps in, and so many rooms there, and so many valleys, and as you enter this room. So these people who are standing there, they are the candidates for the ascension. So they enter inside the chamber, and inside the chamber is Sarabas Bey. He is standing there. So this is all of us. This is for us, that part. So consider it that this is in preparation for your ascension in the light, in this embodiment, if you want to make it in this life. So this is the today's teaching is really on uh, clearing our path for making our ascension in this life. And this is the purpose of life. If you're wondering why I should ascend, we call it moksha. Why should I have a moksha? Moksha has two meanings. Moksha doesn't mean necessarily that we make transition from the physical plane to the heavenly plane, like what you call physical death. Moksha has two meanings. One is freedom from negativity permanently. We can still be in embodiment. We can still do our daily work. We can still live like anyone else, like my saints have done. You know, so that's one definition of moksha. Second definition of moksha is when we have balanced our karma, when we have fulfilled our divine plan, we have nothing more to left, then we make our ascension with the heavenly realm. We come and ascend a master. So I'm going to read that part. We'll talk more about this picture tomorrow. Guruma will talk about it tomorrow. Okay, the highlighted portion. The Sunday Master Srapas Bey today occupies a very key position among the seven Chauhans. The fourth ray is a midpoint between three on one side and three on the other. Please remember that. It's very, very important. Midpoint means holding the balance. On this side, three chakras this side, three chakras that side. Spiritual one chakras one side, material chakras on the other side. Okay, continue. The center figure of 4 is key because it is the merging of the white light and the nexus of the figure 8 flow of energy. That's what I was talking about. The nexus means like a figure 8 flow in a vertical direction, like infinity. You can call it figure 8 flow as infinity. There are 2 loops of the infinity like that. You can see that. Where the nexus is when those 2 points meet there, and that is the nexus of the white light. You can look at it that way. What is nexus means? Nexus means the spirit becomes, matter becomes spirit. The pure energies of God in the material world become spiritual energies. And that's the goal of life. We become lighter, Lighter, lighter in weight, because the karma is transmuted from heaviness into lightness. And that is the meaning of nexus. So Sarabas Bey plays a very important role. His teachings, his decrees that we'll be doing play a very important role in that venue. Okay, continuing. This point of the mother flame is always embodied in the Guru east or west. The person of the mother is in Sanat Kumara, who moves in and among us by their white light. So this is something mystical teaching here. What is saying? Sanat Kumara is our guru. As a, we came from him. I'll talk about more about it tomorrow because I really want to save that teaching. What's about Sanat Kumara? But the teaching of the mother is that the white light represents the mother Muladhara Chakra, as we know of, is the white light on the bottom bottommost chakra on the seven chakras. The light of the mother, light of the father is the crown chakra. Here the yellow light. So yellow light there, for light of the father, and the white light, the bottom is the light of the mother. By the way, one thing I want to make a note here is that Sarabas Way is the son, as and Gurma talked about it. He is the son of Sanat Kumara. Sanat Kumara came a long time ago from Venus with 144,000 to save the earth. We'll talk about that tomorrow, but I just want to give you a glimpse of that. So these ascended masters also have families. They have, Sant Kumara's wife is Venus, the Lady Venus that we see, a lot of time, Lady Venus, you see her figure in statues in different parks and places, and artists, they have, so there's a Lady Venus from Venus, who is the wife of Sanat Kumara. They have a daughter called Meta, 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 and the son is Srapaspe. So, having said that much, let's move on to the next part. Jay, can we roll on, please? Okay, the white light is the sacred fire of creation, and its perversion becomes black magic. I highlighted that on purpose. So people practice a black magic because the light is the white light, white magic, black magic. You heard the word black magic. The white magic is the right use of the white light is called white magic. That's what we are doing. We are converting. God is converting. Our higher self is converting the light in the right manner. That for the purposes of creation. Co-creation. So perversion is we're going to talk about the chakras when you come to that point. Soon how that white light becomes black magic. Okay. Next one is Archangel Gabriel and Hope. So this is a picture of Archangel Gabriel I found. It's beautiful, from the Samay Lighthouse pages, TSL Encyclopedia. You can go there to TSL Encyclopedia on Google, and you can see everything that I have gotten from there. There is a much more detailed form. I'm going to read that highlighted portion quickly. Gabriel and Hope are archangel and archai of the fourth ray of the resurrection and the ascension flame. You might be thinking, what is the resurrection and ascension is moksha? Talking about what is resurrection? Resurrection is a step before ascension. Before we make our moksha, the previous step is resurrection. What is resurrection? Means coming to life the way we were. Purification of the energies from the mortal consciousness to immortality. Okay, what does that mean? Let's put this simply, when we convert the negative energy into positive energy, that is called resurrection. So we are actually feeling lighter because the energies of the karma are being transmuted into light, and that is called the resurrection. How that is connected with the threefold flame? That's a good question, because we talked about it, threefold flame in the first three rays: the blue ray, the yellow ray, and the pink ray. Those are the colors of the threefold flame. Today we are talking about the fourth ray, which is the base of the spine, which is the base. On the base of the threefold flame, there's a white bulb there, on which the three flames are anchored. They come from the threefold flame, from the Muladhara chakra. Now, the threefold flame, when the threefold flame get balanced to our degrees, to our seva, to our work, to our conscious working on the balancing and expanding the threefold flame that we did in the first three rays, blue, yellow, and pink. Then when they become balanced, they become expanded. They start spinning. That's the part. They start spinning when they are balanced. When they are not balanced, they don't spin. That is the downside of that part is if one plume gets balanced, and other two plumes are not balanced. Vice versa. If two plumes got balanced, and one plume is not balanced, it lowers the size to the lowest size of the plume. And that is what we have to be careful. For example, if someone has not enough love, has a lot of wisdom, a lot of power, doesn't have a love, so it's going to reduce the other two plumes of wisdom and power down to the size of the love. Like so that is the key. We have to keep love, wisdom, and power in balance. You have seen people who are very intellectual, and but they do not have much love. So you can see that they talk about things, but they do not have what balance three four flame by this definition that I shared with you. So that three four flame is not balanced, and it doesn't doesn't help for them to have the resurrection stage. These are reach the resurrection stage where the three four flame begun to spin in a clockwise direction. So that spinning is very, very important for resurrection. When the 3-4 flame is balanced, it begins to spin in the clockwise direction and it creates a spiral. And that spiral goes all the way down from where you are to the heart of the great central sun, heart of Alpha and Omega. I mean, this is a mystical teaching. You might not have heard it. You might be finding hard to believe that. Is it a fairy tale? Is it possible? This is what we knew when we had the previous golden ages. You forgot about it. And as Sunday Master, thank us, Sunday Masters, and thanks, the teachings of the Master that they are reviving us. They are giving us this teaching back. So when that resurrection spiral begins, that is the beginning of for the soul to journey in that resurrection spiral to the Serapis Bay's retreat, where you saw that Serapis Bay that is a candidate for the resurrection, and then so a candidate for the resurrection means he is ready to become candidate for the ascension. So when the three-fold flame is balanced, you become candidate for the resurrection. That's where Serapis Bay's retreat is. That's where we'll talk about it tomorrow. And then candidate for the next stage is ascension happens, and freedom happens. So this is something to really ponder upon that. Okay, let's continue on that part. I'm going to continue the second line. Together with the angels of purity and the seraphim. Angels of purity and the seraphim. Seraphim are the taller angels. They're big 6 feet to 12 feet tall angels. They're called seraphim. They have more than 2 wings. Sometimes they have you know, 6 wings, 3 on the front, 3 on the back. So they are called, seraphim. So this is another definition of angels of different, kind. These twin flames guard the immaculate concept of the God design for every man, woman, and child upon the planet. These twin flames, these twin flames, together with the angels, so we're talking about Gabriel and Hope, and they are the twin flame, and together with angels and purity and ascension, these twin flames, Gabriel and Hope, we are talking about that. They are the twin flame. They guard the immaculate concept. Immaculate concept is the concept or the thought form or the formula for our ascension in the light in perfection. How we hold a perfect image for ourselves, perfection or positive mental attitude that we call immaculate concept. Immaculate concept is another name. Please note that immaculate concept is another name for Krishna consciousness, for Vishnu consciousness, or because they're perfection over there, Atma or Guru Nanak consciousness, or for positive mental attitude or our conscious, we call it the sixth sense. So that is immaculate concept is everything that is positive God quality that we are talking about. It's the perfection of the 7 rays that we are talking about. So that is another word for our higher self, immaculate concept of God design, because God design is the one that God has created and for everything in perfection, for every man, woman, and child upon this planet. Okay, Jay, last one, please. This one. So these are the Elohim purity and Ashaya. These are the Elohim of the third round. I'm going to read that. The retreat of purity and Ashaya is located in the etheric plane over the Gulf of Archangel, the southeast arm of White Sea in Russia. The retreat focuses the energies of the base of the spine chakra, we talked about that, of the planet. So even the planet, our Earth, has 7 chakras. So, where is the base of the spine chakra? The base of the spine chakra of the planet, you might be thinking where it is. The base of the spine chakra is. I have heard 2 stories, so I'll give you both versions. I have heard the base of the spine chakra is in Luxor, Egypt, below on the earth. Luxor, Egypt. It's on planet level. I also heard that base of the spine chakra is in Russia. So I think I just leave it at that. I think I had to confirm that which one or is accurate. Okay. The etheric focus interpenetrates with the physical on the nearby planes. So you know the meaning of that. The etheric plane is in the ether, and the physical plane they merge. So that's what they're talking about that. And continuing, the Elohim have appointed hires in charge of their retreat, masters serving on the blue and white rays. Blue and white rays. This is important. Why blue and white rays? Blue ray is a ray of the Father. Archangel Michael has a blue sword. We have a blue causal body ring outermost, and the innermost causal body ring is white. So the outermost blue color is the light of the Father. The innermost is the light of the Mother. So the white, so that is a balance of white rays and blue rays. So this is a why we have white rays and blue rays combination. In this context, we want to understand that part also. White ray represents Mother, and blue ray represents light of the Father, protection. Blue ray gives us protection and all the qualities that we discussed in the first ray, and the white rays today is the light of the Mother that we'll be talking about today. Continuing, the legions of white fire and blue lightning angels also tend the retreat and minister unto the flames. Flames of what? The flames of flame in our heart, of the threefold flame, you can call it that way also. Okay, Jay, let's move on with the. I'm looking at the clock. Or half an hour past. I think I went a little bit over in that description. Let's have the first thing first. Let me see. I think we have some more friends who have joined us. I'd like to welcome. Before we move on to Nilama ji, welcome. Carol ji, welcome. Let me see another names. I can see. Parminder ji, welcome. Akash ji, welcome. I think that's all I see on my screen. Just make sure I have not missed anyone. Yeah, okay. Let's begin. First things first. Some of you, I'm repeating a lot of the things because I know some of you missed the earlier workshops when we do on Saturday. So I'll be repeating a lot of things because for the sake of why we do these decrees on each ray. They're very refreshing. Also, if you have heard that before, you might be thinking, you might be learning, you might be looking at it from a different perspective. So Jay, this is the image of the I am presence descending from the great central sun. That first things first. So we start our teaching on the rays every time. Today is the fourth ray, so we'll be doing the same thing with the fifth, sixth, and seventh and eighth ray with the same premise, same foundation. We have descended from the great central sun. This chart, you might have seen that, you might not have seen that, but this is a very, very important thing to remember: our origin, who we really are, where we have come from, why we do not know about this thing, because we have forgotten. And that is so let me a couple of things are very important to remember, because I'll be carrying these parts again in subsequent 4 slides, what you are looking at right now. So please remember that the sequence or the order of presentation. So the top figure represents the causal body. You know that causal body is a body of the first cause that we were created. But there is a body of the first cause also. So you see the picture down there, all the threads, like things like that thread coming, and then you see small things, small causal bodies, and then there's a like a tube, coming down there. I'll talk about that tube. That's your I'm presence, But I will remember one thing: the causal body in the top picture, It's a big one. And the causal body is on the smaller picture. There are many of them that are connected with the thread. Is the identical, not same in size, not same in quantity, but same in quality. Same seven colors, identical. That's what I mean. And seven colors represent these virtues of God, the qualities of God, the the the, the properties of God that we want to that we have. And we are downloading them through our degrees, through our which we when we do degrees for each ray. Anyway, the point is this: what are those threads of contact? Those are the top figure is a causal body in the great central sun. In this universe, there is a called great central sun of our universe. Universe, we are looking at a planet. We have planet, we go beyond. Next level is a solar system. There are 8 or 9 planets in solar system. Then we have a next level is, I heard is a galaxy, and then there is a universe, and then there's a cosmos, and then beyond and beyond. So we are looking at the universe is our home of our planet. We all have come. So there are universes, and the planet Earth is connected. Our universe is here, called the home of Alpha and Omega, our Father, Mother, God. I don't know what the real name is. They told us the name is Alpha and Omega. So I'm sure they have a different name, but it's a Greek Alpha and a Greek name Omega. So those are the. This is a home of Alpha and Omega, and the threads of contact that are coming from here. All of us are connected with this thread of contact to the heart of Alpha and Omega. And that's how our heartbeat comes. That's how when a child is born, that heartbeat is initiated by one of the masters, and then our heartbeat. When a person dies, that heartbeat stops, and that thread is the, the thread is disconnected, and a person returns to the heart of Alpha and Omega, or so-called, this process that continues. So main thing to remember is that you are an important being. You are a son or daughter of God, no matter what we think, no matter what you think. People call us, oh, you're human beings. You are not, perfect. You have this thing and that thing, imperfection and this and that. Only perfection that we need, that we have, is perfection of love. And that is a perfection of love that is really masters tell us that we want to embody. When we manifest, when we embody that perfection of love, all other perfections come into us. All other perfections are attracted by that. So remember this chart, this picture. Now we move on to the next one, Jay. Then we have the causal body. Now I'm going to show the causal body of what we saw in two places in a different way. So you remember that causal body. Causal body is a word for the body of the first cause. CAUSE. What is first cause? First cause is the first principle, first reason to descend. The first cause is, suppose somebody, your father, you go to start a business. Your father gives you so much money. He says, son, here is the money. Go start your business. And so that is so you can say, look at it that way. This 7 colors or causal body is the body of the first cause given to us, that light, that energy to invest into this world of form. When we descended from the spiritual plane to the material plane to the earth, that was the light that was given to us. So that is the causal body, first body of the first cause. We misused it, because we did not know that. So we misused and we created negative karma. That's why we are doing the decrease of the 7 rays to qualify that, to balance our karma and get all the light from our causal body back. In the meantime, we download this energy. This is the part that I would think. Causal body, everyone has a causal body. The size of the causal body, everyone is different, not same. So some of us have a good karma, they have a bigger causal body. Some of them do not have that much good karma, they have a smaller causal body, because we have spent that money, from the that was given to us in things. But we are requalifying that. So now we are downloading that energy through our degrees from this causal body doing, and we are doing using the right way. And when we do the right way, we send that energy back to this causal body. And this is how its size increases. And then when size increases, balance our karma, we become moksha free. We become moksha karma free. We become we are sent. We have a lot of light. So remember, this is the causal body that we have. Next one, please. The chart of the I am presence. Now, this is the next chart of the I am presence that I want to show you. This is the part that is we all have that I am presence. This is the four Mahavakyas that are in the Vedas. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvam Asi, I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma. They are the four Mahavakyas. You can go to Google, but I'm going to talk about Aham Brahmasmi only, the first Mahavakya. I am Brahmasmi means I am Brahman, and I am God incarnate. Who's saying that? Who's saying that I'm God incarnate? You are saying that, yes, but also the God in you is saying that I am Brahmasmi in you, Jaspal, I am Brahmasmi in you, everyone. So it is a two-way communication, I'm Brahmasmi. Decrease is a science of the spoken word, is a two-way communication. When you become, and that is the beauty of the science of the spoken word. God in you is talking because through the mediator, the middle picture here is a Krishna, Vishnu consciousness. You can see the Vishnu with Vishnuji with four arms, but Vishnuji is also has a different names, as a Krishna, has a 9 embodiments of Vishnuji. The 10th embodiment of Vishnuji is Kalki. That people are waiting. You are a Kalki in the making. I like you to know that Kalki is not going to be one person. You are all of us. Kalki in the making, God in the making. Guru Nanak, consciousness, we call it Vishnu consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Buddha consciousness, different names of this picture in the middle. So the top figure, but our focus is on the top figure. The chart of the presence, the same causal body that you saw 2 slides ago, the last slide, is the same causal body. We are downloading that energy through the contact that is from the heart of the causal body, which is Om. It comes to the heart of the middle picture, to the heart of the threefold flame of you. You have a threefold flame in the heart. That is really you. Your it's called Hindu chart of the I am presence. We have many charts. 6 chart. We have a Christian chart of Jesus, a person looking like Jesus Christ. We call it Holy Christ self. We have a picture of Gautama Buddha in the middle of Buddha consciousness. We have a picture of Zarathustra and a picture of also Jewish picture. Jewish chart of the presence with a picture of Moses like person. So it's not a Moses, it's not a Guru Nanak, it's not Vishnu, it's not a conscious, it is not the Krishna, it's the consciousness of that person, that Guru. So that's a wavelength that we can download that energy. That is the important part. We are not turning into an adultery of the deities. They do not want us to make them an idol. They want us to become like them. And that is the point of Satyug consciousness, golden age consciousness. So, we use the picture of Krishna or Vishnu or Guru Nanak Dev Ji or any other being, deity or Shiva or Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, to focus our energy on their heart so they can give us light and energy as an object of devotion. They can give us back the light. And that is the purpose of meditation. But when you do decrease, when you decrease, we'll be doing that. You know that in the name of I am that I am, we decrease. So we are using this chart of the presence, particularly as I am that I am God. I am who you are. You are what I am. I am Om. That is meaning of Om Tat Sat Om. This meaning of simply Om. That picture on the top, picture on the top, picture on the middle, and picture on the bottom. They are shown here as 3 different images, separated in time and space. But in actuality, our goal is to see all those 3 pictures as one point of light on our heart, not separated even by a micro centimeter. And that is a meditation, that is a devotion, that is the purpose of becoming one with God. I am that I am. That's what we're striving for when we do our decrease. So we are working on that direction. So okay, let's move on to the next one. The Chakra Man picture. The Chakra Man picture is another one that now we are coming from that first picture that we saw with the balloon, all the threads coming to this picture. That's, let's call that picture first one as a macrocosm. Now we are into microcosm. Now we are the same same energy that is coming into this, we can say the salmon band of the colors. They are not shown in the same way as you saw the blue chakra. The blue color, the outermost band is in the throat chakra, is the third one from the top, and the white that you saw in the innermost band is right in the bottom, most the very bottom of the chakras. These are the seven colors of the chakras. We talked about that before. You might be thinking, oh, these are not the same color that we, so and so told me that. Well, what is the reason? The reason is this. These are the colors of the light of the I am that you breathe in right now. The light that you see in the seven chakras, in the color of the sunbeam, solar, that prism from the rainbow that you see, that they're different. So the point is this, the teaching is this. As you can see, the sun ray can be broken into seven colors. It's a reference. So this light from the I am presence can be broken into seven colors. But there are two different kind of fruits, two different kind of so-called animals, that we call them also very loose terms, So we cannot compare them. We cannot superimpose, oh, solar rays colors are the same as the color of my chakras, Why they are different? So again, I'm going to repeat that. The colors are different here because these colors represent the light that we breathing in, Lord of the I am that I am. Light that comes from the top figure, the very first one. That the threads, the threads are called the crystal cord. That lights come from the great central sun that beats our heart. That is not the same light as you see in the solar. You know. So people, whoever did that, whenever they did that, they kind of assumed, oh, this is the same club, because they did not know about his teaching. His teaching was, has been being given to the people. Knew that in the golden ages in the past, it was misplaced or lost or not known by everyone. So this teaching is being given to mankind again to refresh our memories and to know that the difference between the two. Okay, so let's look at the base of the spine. Now we're coming to the last chakra, the last picture, J, the base of the spine chakra, the lowest one. So now we are coming to the where our focus is today going to be our chakra for the, yeah, this is the chakra of the that we saw in the person was chakra man that was standing there on the lowest chakra. This has the four petals. This is the white color, light of the mother, Muladhara chakra. This is the fountain. This is the most. What do you say? Talked so far about Serapis Bay and fourth ray, and the Archangel Gabriel and hope, and also we talked about Elohim, purity and Astoya and everything. They are. This is the light of the mother light. This is the light that has the anchored the three or four flame or the three plumes in it. This is the light that gives birth, that is anchored in the physical plane, that makes, remember that three, three, three plumes on one side and three chakras on one side and three chakras on the other side, figure eight flow. This is the power of the light in the matter plane, in the physical body. This is the power of the I am that I am in the physical plane. Power of the I am that I am. What does that mean? The power of I am in the spiritual plane is a spiritual light. Okay, let me give you an example of that. Shiva or Brahma or Vishnu. These are the three spiritual masters, spiritual beings, spiritual deities, let's call them. Shiva said, I am nothing without my Shakti. My Shakti is Parvati. Parvati is in the physical, in this chakra, the physical plane. So without the feminine deity, the the spiritual deity says, I am incomplete. It's the other half of the spiritual part. In the spiritual, in the material world, in the matter world, in the physical plane on the earth, we need that light of the mother. Our body is the light of the mother. Why I'm saying that? Because our body is a body of the word matter. M-A-T-T-E-R, matter came from the word mater. M-A-T-E-R is a mater, means mother. It's a Latin word, mater, become matter. And our body is, everything in the physical plane is matter. Our physical body is matter. It's a mother light. That's what we call Mother Earth, Mother India. You know, so that is why the word sometimes we just say that very very loosely, the word Mother Earth, Mother India, Mother. But we all have, whether we, regardless of we have a male body or female body, our body is the body of the mother because of the word matter. And that's the most important thing to remember. The three-fold flame, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, or three-fold flame of love, wisdom, and power, is anchored in the matter plane. And that's what the teaching tomorrow, you want to hear that. Roma is teaching about how the circle becomes a square. She talks about how the circle of the God becomes a square, or the square becomes a circle. Both. So circle is oneness of allness of God, and square is a triangle. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva is a triangle. Brahma, Father, Mother, Son. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is a triangle, and then Mother makes it a square, and then square becomes a circle. So that is the teaching of the pyramid that she'll talk about tomorrow. Okay, let's move on, Jay. I think I'm looking at the watch. I want to move on to the document. And can you display the document, 7 rays of individual God self, please? We want to talk about the properties of the fourth ray that we want to, as we introduce that particular matrix today, that we will be doing for the whole week, starting actually we started yesterday. So this is the one, the fourth ray, first ray top, second ray second, third ray fourth ray. So let's look at the column and this fourth ray. Thank you, Jay. The fourth ray is the master is Sarapas Bay, the Chauhan, luxury jet. We talked about that. Gabriel and Hope are the angels. Their retreat is in California, USA. We talked about Purity and Astaya. Their retreat is in Russia. And there's each of the ray has a karmic board member. There are 8 members of the karmic board. So the karmic board member in this case is Cyclopea, 2 actually, and Virochana. Virochana is a Buddha, the Buddha of the secret rays, one of the Buddha. So he represents the particular this ray of purity for whatever reason. I think the reason is that the 5 sacred rays are embedded in the white light. Embedded. 5 sacred rays are embedded in the white light. We talk about the 5 sacred rays later on in one of our sessions. We introduce 5 sacred rays. What are the 5 sacred rays? When we master the 7 rays, when we go to the mastery of the 5 sacred rays of the Buddha consciousness, become more powerful. By God becomes more powerful in us. Okay. Base of the spine chakra, Muladhara. This is the chakra where we talk about all those things. I want to focus on the last 2 columns. And I think just want to touch them here. Then I'll go back to the next slide where we talked about these 2 columns in a little bit more detail. The imperfections of this, but is this ray is this one impurity? Yeah, I'll talk about that. What the meaning of impurity? Chaos, confusion, or lust. These are the negative qualities of this of the fourth ray, Muladhara chakra. What are the positive qualities? Purity, hope, joy. Purity is obviously because it's a fourth ray of purity. Why hope? I was wondering why hope there is there. Because hope is the archai, name of the Archangel Gabriel's twin flame is hope. Hope. H-O-P. What is hope? Hope is hope for the better days, better things to come. And she gives us hope so we don't get discouraged. So hope and joy. And the joy comes when person is pure, he's feeling positive, he's more happy. So please remember these things: impurity, chaos, lust, and the antidotes of these, or the positive dots of these, I should say, that are purity, hope, and joy. Now, I'm going to talk about these 3 and even more than that in the next document. That's why I'm just touching them, just to give you an appetizer like it is. Let's go to the next document, Jay, where we talked about these properties and the anti-perversion in a little more detail. So before you go to the matrix of the decrease, because it's very important to know that. Yeah, can we move on to? It's important to know the properties and the perversions of each ray, because we are dealing with we all have perversion, knowing or unknowing, janam say, for many, many lifetimes. We did not know that, and we were told, we were enticed by the false gurus, fallen angels. You can, there are fallen angels also. Some of you may be thinking, when you listen this word for the first time, yes, there are fallen angels, and they come in disguise of human, in the human body, and they tell you something, and you say, oh my God, he sounds very good, and then you follow them, then you realize that it was a false gurus or fallen angels or in disguise or this and that. So we have to know now this thing, that we are standing on the threshold of golden age consciousness. We have to know both sides, the darkness side of the darkness, side of the light, and then we have to be wise ones to make the right decision. Okay, now let's start with the color of the ray. I think I'm going to repeat that. Fourth ray, white colored sphere one. Sphere one is the innermost. So we call it the innermost sphere one, base of spine chakra. I will be talking about only the second column and the third column. Okay. The fourth column is what is the color of that chakra is going to be when each chakra we have the fourth column like that. When the chakra is impure, so it will look like dirty white, silver, gray, black, or scarlet. So our aura is a combination of the seven colors of each chakra that is emitting. So combination of that, some people say, oh, you have a very nice aura. Or some people say, oh, you have a dirty aura, this and that. You don't pay attention to aura. Master tells us that's a psychic. When you get concerned about aura, oh, can you tell me about my aura? That is a form of ego that takes side tracks from our spiritual process. Then we become, more concerned about how I look and like outer, makeup or something like that. We are not concerned about that, please. But we have to know that this each color of the chakra is going to be like this when the particular chakra has a negative vibration. That's why we had this particular column at the end. Okay, we're going to talk about the second column and third column. Okay, first one, purity, perfection. This is a godly attribute. Impurity, imperfection. Okay, impurity, we know the meaning of purity, we know the meaning of impurity, antidote. Perfection is what I would like to spend a couple of thoughts on that. Perfection is, as I said, perfection in love. When a person loves, that's the only perfection Master tell us about, that we should worry about. How perfect is your love? Are you selfish love? We talked about it in the last ray. Perfection in love. That's why we are doing this decrease, because they make us ready for the next round of ray. So what we have done for the first three rays makes us ready for this fourth ray. That's why please I'm requesting that please don't miss any decrease, because those are foundational bricks or layers of foundation that we are laying down, upon which we keep building as we move on to the 7 or 8, actually 8 rays in journey. Okay, so perfection of love that we're talking about that. So number 2, self-discipline, morality. Self-discipline, morality. Antidote, lack of self-control and mortality. What is lack of self-control? People do not have a self-discipline. Oh, I'll get up in the morning. I'll do tomorrow. I'll do manana. It's called manana consciousness. I'll do later on. And people forget that. Laziness, sloth. So Srapas Bay is the master of discipline. I'm telling you that. No nonsense master. Have you seen some teachers when you were going to school or college? How they were disciplined? They wanted everything. Or especially in the military. I was in the NCC when I was growing up in India, in the school, and they were disciplined. Military, the army, they're disciplined. Discipline is a key to aligning energy of the root chakra we call it root chakra, by the way, this white chakra. No self-discipline, people Almora is a master of self-discipline. He says, if you have no discipline, you're not ready for me. So these masters, they train us, they teach us that this is the key. Without self-discipline, we become lazy. We become, one day, I'll do that later on. I'll come back to it later on. And then lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, Some of us have done that. And now is the time to know that and work on that. And we have the angels to help us and master to help us, degrees to help us. Okay, self-discipline, morality. What is morality? Morality is a moral life. Mortal. It's not a. I think it's not morality. It's a mortality. I think it's mortal. The word is not. It's not correct. Mortality. Mortality and immortality, not morality. I think it's a wrong word. Mortality is a mortal life. Just so we are here for physical life, and we die afterwards. So it's not the case. Our life is immortal. We are immortal beings. We're not mortals. So that is what we have to understand the meaning of that. It's not a mortal life. It's not a one life. It's not just a next life. We can come back and work on it. That's called manana consciousness. Manana means putting things off. Number 3, life, hope, positive spirals. Life, hope. Okay, you can say, oh, I know the meaning of life. I know the meaning of hope. It's not the human hope. It's not the human life. It's not the positive spiral. So life is really immortal, long life, enduring life. Hope is the divine hope as God hopes for us, not the human hope. Positive spirals are the one that build on clockwise, that go up, the rising spiral, positive spiral. Negative sides, look at that, the death, life versus death. Death is what people engage in, the eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. That is a death consciousness. A lot of people do that. एक life है, एक जन्म है, खाओ पियो, करो ना, who cares? So that is the death consciousness. We are entering into death. What happens then? People, they have no more energy left. Discouragement, it's opposite of hope. Oh, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है अभी. Everything is going to be worse, this and that. People lose hope. And that is not the case, because life energy is vanquishing. Life energy is going down. Negative spirals is the same thing. कुछ हो जाएगा. People worry about too much, and that is the reason why there is lack of the white light, mother light, lack of all the things that we are talking about. That's why we are decreeing. That's why we are gaining this knowledge of the fourth ray of Serapis Bey and different masters. Please. Number 4, joy, spiritual bliss. So joy comes, the meaning joy comes, happiness, joy, perpetual happiness comes when you have the rising energy, Kundalini. Spiritual bliss is, because energies are rising from the mother light like a fountain. Beautiful flame is rising, So, and the fourth is a lust, counter. I'm looking at an active energy, lust, human desire patterns, misuse of the sacred fire. This is what the young people do, that, going to nightclubs and all the things, misuse of sacred fire, human desire patterns. Saturday, Friday, what are you going to do tonight? What are you going to do tomorrow? What do you do the weekend? And all those kind of things. Going to see movies, going to do this, going to do that. Human desire patterns take over because we have the momentum of that, and that's where first things first, the discipline comes. Watching our energies, watching our decrease, help us to give that energy, gives us that momentum, gives us that push, give us that forward energy to that I am not alone, God is with me. And that's why we do decrease to first ray, second ray, third ray. Now we are in the fourth ray. And we are gaining momentum. We are becoming positive spirals. We are becoming joy. We are becoming spiritual bliss. And that is why I think I know you feel that. That's why I wanted to thank all of you. All of you who have been faithfully doing that. And also I know sometimes we don't do that. But that's all right. Whatever happened is all right. Let's continue decreeing from this ray forward. Fourth ray, fifth ray, sixth ray, seventh ray, and eighth ray. We have quite a ways to go. You feel it. You become that. You radiate that light. People see that in your eyes. People feel that in your voice. People see in your actions. You are becoming God. You are becoming Kalki. You are becoming I am that I am. You are becoming Om. People,
Even people do not say that. It's all right. You feel that. You are not there to announce to the world that, those who will come to you, people will come to you, your friends, your neighbors, some of you, they will come to you. They will ask you, oh, you look so happy. What is the secret? And you tell them that as much as they are ready to know that. This is a mana. Mana, M-A-N-N-A. Somebody asked me what's the meaning of mana. Mana is the food that we drink. So it's a spiritual food. The Sunday Master's teaching is a spiritual food. We have waited for it many, many lifetimes. Now we are here. Masters are here. Angels are here. Deities are here. Name them by any name. They are here. Okay. Number 5, wholeness, all oneness. Wholeness. You heard the word wholeness. Oh, this is many, many schools, many, many courses, many wholeness. Well, this is a course of wholeness in spiritual matter, oneness, wholeness. Part of us are spiritual, part of us are matter. Tai Chi, we call it. Become complete, whole. Whole means, all oneness is another word for oneness. Uh, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Brahmaji has his counterpart. Saraswati, Vishnuji has his counterpart as Lakshmi, and Shiva has his counterpart as Parvati. So we all have our counterpart in a spiritual plane. Our twin flame, we call it. So we are, as we are raising our energy, our vibration spiritually, we are raising the energy of our counterpart along with us, our twin flame along with us. Our twin flame may be ascended. Our twin flame may be in embodiment. Our twin flame may be a baby waiting to be born. But we are connected with our twin flame. Remember that we are incomplete in our spiritual evolution without our twin flame. So that's why when we do our degrees, we are pulling our twin flame, or our twin flame is pulling us from the heaven world, as we do our degrees. So we are working as all oneness that way. Number 5, the negative qualities, separateness. Oh, Bhagwan, he's not listening to me. Where is God? Kuch Bhagwan sunte nahi hai meri. That's called separateness. And that's where we feel separateness, because our connection with God has been diluted, or because we are doing something else, our priority has changed. We have to prioritize our priorities, and then we get reconnected. Maybe it's law of forgiveness. Maybe we need to do a degree or forgiveness. God, please forgive me. I've been disconnected. I'm feeling separateness from you. You are always with me, but I feel separateness. So, ask for the law of forgiveness, and you are back one with God. So incompleteness comes because we feel separateness. Feel like lonely. And we are not lonely. We are all one with God. But that comes with the connection with God. And the loneliness is another word. Incompleteness, loneliness. No one is lonely. Loneliness comes with people go into. People feel lonely. They go into depression. They go into sadness. They become, oh, nobody calls me. Nobody. I don't know. Everybody has left me alone, and this and that. And why is that feeling is coming? We have to give people a charge. Tell them that the violet flame masters, violet flame degree is there. Presence, the knowledge of the chart of the I am present, the knowledge of this teaching. Angels of being. So that gives us we are not alone. We are one. We can reconnect with God. So I'm moving very quickly. Number 7, law, order, co-measurement. What is a law? All your Sunday masters have a law. Even Father, Mother, God, Alpha has a law. Everyone obeys the law. What is a law? What is there are many, many laws of God. That. But there's a mercy also. Remember that. So the law is there, but there's a law of mercy and forgiveness. So masters obey the law, but there are exception to the rule. Also remember that also. So order means everything is symmetrical. There's an order in life. Co-measurement. What is co-measurement? Co-measurement is Almoria's favorite word. Co-measurement, Almoria says, is always look at where you are yesterday, or last hour, or last moment in your consciousness, and where you are today. Measure that 2 points relatively. How you were yesterday, how your last hour, how your last moment in your spiritual thinking. and that's called co-measurement. We can always do that. Master tell us we should do that as a science of co-measurement. You can ask Almoria to help you to know more about that. So number 7 is a number 6. Yeah, number 6 is asymmetry. Asymmetry is when people are not really uh, they're doing things. They're doing things in a haphazard way. They're very unorganized. Their desk is very much, out of the closet is out of shape, out of control, out of the place looks very dirty, and all that thing. So it's so that is another you can indication that your life is not in the right order. Number 7, perversion is lawlessness, anarchy, chaos, absence of interchange between spirit and matter. So these are many, many things. Lawlessness. What is lawlessness? Oh, I'll do my, you know, you know, I'll do my things. People think I don't care. I'll do whatever I want to do. It's lawlessness. You know, people, cross a red light. People do that. Yeah, that is it comes from the same point. So people think, you know, uh, you know, it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want. So they forget that there is a connection. When there's not connection with I am that I am, then people do things like that. Lawlessness, anarchy, another chaos, confusion. But whatever you see in at government level, anarchy, but also at the private level, at the human level, anarchy. Everything becomes, dictatorship like, thing like in our life. Chaos, confusion, absence of interchange between spirit and matter. This is the point. This is the main point. Absence of connection, interchange between. You always have a perpetual connection between spirit and matter, because we are half spirit, half matter. And that is, when we forget that, then we become lopsided. People become too much spiritual, or people become too much material. And that is a balance between that Gautama Buddha talked about the middle life, the Guru Nanak Dev Ji talked about middle way. So last one is divine. On the positive side, divine architecture, blueprint of life. You all have a blueprint of life. You all have a divine architecture. What does that mean, divine architecture? That we are becoming we are sons and daughters of God. Someday we'll become Chohans. Someday we become cosmic beings. Someday we will. That is one. That's what God has created us for, as sons and daughters. We have a big divine plan for infinity. Have you thought of that? You'll become a Chohan, or even a deity, or someday, you'll be in charge of a planet, or you'll be in charge of solar system, or this and that. All those things. Those are the divine architecture. That's a blueprint of life in the heart of great divine director, in the heart of Ganeshi. That's what we do to Ganeshi. Okay, 8th perversion, distortion of divine design. Yes, it can be lost. Divine design can be lost. Yes, it's not automatic. So we have to have the free will to know the difference, that it is not automatic. It's free will choice if you make. Many people have made wrong choices and they have lost it. Okay, now we're going to go to the next thing, the blueprint, the final matrix for the 4th red. I think we are moving along, hopefully on time. Let's have that. Yes, matrix was mailed as is posted on the Chananda prayer group. Posted that so we have more degrees to to this 4th ray. I like to go over with you this matrix. So if you can always go back, and it's being recorded on the YouTube. You can go back to YouTube. Also, we're going to post it on the Facebook, and also Poonam will send you the link also. So you can listen to this matrix if you are not sure which order, which degree, how many times. There is no number of times. I think I put on the top, the total time 30 to 45 minutes. So you can give that one time. Sometimes I put 3 times. You can give more than 3 times. It's all up to you. So it is for the sake of the beginners. If you feel like 3 times is enough, why we do 3 times? Because it's the Trinity, the 3/4 time. We do degrees at least 3 times. For some degrees are too long, so I only put them only 1 time. But there's no formula of, you can do as many times as you like. So, okay, let's start with it. So, again, item A, the focus. Color of the ray, white. Chakra base of the spine. We have done that. Chohan, Sabas way. Archangel Gabriel and hope, Elohim, purity and Astaya. Divine qualities to manifest. We have gone through that. Purity, self-discipline, morality, perfection, hope, and oneness. Negative qualities to shed that we do not like. We like through this decrease, we like to purify ourselves, take a shower with positive light and get rid of those negative qualities is impurity in heart, impurity in heart, mind, body, and soul. Impurity. We have impure thoughts, impure feelings, impure action, impure words that we heard other people. We will become more mindful of our what we say, what we do, what we think, what we feel through this decrease, which is mastered. Chaos, we'll get rid of the chaos. Lust, our energy of lust will be gone or be minimized or diminished. Imperfection in love, we have more perfection in love, more careful about loving kindness, lack of self-control. We'll get rid of that. Human desire will take over, be taken over by the God desires. Okay, calls. Invocation for the mental of the two witnesses. We always do that, as you know that, because that empowers us. This calls empower us to like an engine going like Darjeeling or Shimla and back engine. In there are two engines, front engine on the train, small छोटी पटरी वाले जो गाड़ी होती है, एक इंजन पीछे लगता है, एक इंजन आगे होता है. So just like it's like an engine on the back that propels us forward in our journey. Okay, let's give it together. In the name I am that I am, I call for the mantles of the messenger, Guru Ma and Lanelo, Godfrey and Lotus, and all other messengers of the great white brotherhood, words without end, to be placed over me for my strength and my victory over all unrealities manifesting in my four Lord bodies. Om, Amen. So that is, you can meditate on these words. A very powerful words. Hey, all to get one director, Ganesh. Okay, let's give it together. In the name of the I am that I am, I call the beloved great divine director Ganeshi and the lords of karma for the arresting of the spirals of coronavirus, delta, and all other variants known or unknown of darkness, of deceit, of self-deception, and of the betrayal of the light of God in India, in every nation upon earth. As I said before, the betrayal of light is when we engage our energy in negative spirals of the seven rays, knowing or unknowingly. So people are doing that all over the world because they do not know what is the positive use of the spirals. Okay, this is a new call. Number 3, call for the victory of the divine plan for Mother India. So let's give it together. In the name of the I am that I am, we call to Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva to surround the borders of India with an impregnable blue-violet mirror wall to protect India's divine plan and reflect back the negative energy sent by the dark forces into the positive energies of loving kindness. Oh God, let the light of India continue to shine as a beacon for the coming golden age. Remember, India has a divine plan, unique divine plan to bring golden age, usher golden age along with the United States of America. India is a twin flame nation of America. Only two nations. So we have a twin flame people, we have twin flame nations for the earth. And India is a mother India. America is Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is a father, male energies. Mother India is a female energies, as we call it, Bharat Mata. So this is a very important call to give because we, all of us are the forerunners of the bringing that message to the whole world that India is really is a beacon of light for the coming golden age. Okay. Number 4, call to beloved Alpha and Omega for the consummation of COVID-19 energies. Please take a deep breath because this is a light. Why I'm saying that? Because remember the first slide I showed you from all the threads coming from the heart of causal body of Alpha and Omega. That is the connection to the heart of Alpha and Omega. So we take a deep breath. That light that beats our heart is coming from the heart of Alpha and Omega, and we have to remind ourselves. That's why before he gave this decree, which was given to us by Goddess of Light, we take a deep breath of energy, we call it prana or oxygen, or light of fire breath, we call it in the ascended message teaching. Okay, let's give it together. I am the fire breath of God from the heart of beloved Alpha and Omega. This day I am the immaculate concept and expression everywhere I move. Now I am full of joy, for now I am the full expression of divine love. My beloved, I am presence. Seal me now within the very heart of the expanding fire breath of God. Let His purity, wholeness, and love manifest everywhere I am today and forever. I am the fire breath of God from the heart of beloved Alpha and Omega. This day I am the immaculate concept and expression everywhere I move. Now I am full of joy, for now I am the full expression of divine love. My beloved, I am presence. Seal me now within the very heart of the expanding power breath of God. Let His purity, wholeness, and love manifest everywhere I am today and forever. I am the fire breath of God from the heart of beloved Alpha and Omega. This day I am the immaculate concept and expression everywhere I move. Now I am full of joy, for now I am the full expression of divine love. My beloved, I am present. Seal me now within the very heart of the expanding power breath of God. Let His purity, wholeness, and love manifest everywhere I am today and forever. I accept this done right now with full power. I am this done right now with full power. I am God life, expressing perfection always at all times. This which I call forth by myself, I call forth for every man, woman, and child on this planet. All we can give that with authority and more control, and you feel more power coming into you. Okay, next one, item C, affirmations. You're going to give this one 3 times, or you can give them more, as many times as you like. These are called affirmation. I am means God in me is. So God in me is purity, as I said before. You are saying that, God is saying that. It's two-way communication. Say, I am purity. I am purity. I am purity. I am the fountain of eternal purity. I am the fountain of eternal purity. I am the fountain of eternal purity. I am the lily of cosmic purity. I am the lily of cosmic purity. I am the lily of cosmic purity. I am the freedom to be in God. I am the freedom to be in God. I am the freedom to be in God. A couple of notes here. First one, I am purity. God in me is purity. That is very simple. What is the difference between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3? I am the fountain of eternal purity. The base of the spine chakra is like a mother light is a fountain. It's like a fountain that raises the light of Kundalini that goes like a snake. That you saw a picture of Sravas way around him that wraps. So it is a fountain or a fountain, like you see a fountain in a garden. The water is coming from the fountain. So you can visualize that light of mother light, white light coming from the base of the spine chakra, pushing all your energy to all the 7 chakras going up. Third one, I am the cosmic lily of, I am the lily of cosmic purity. Lily is a flower. Lily has a 4 petals of flowers. So you can imagine your base of spine chakra as a lily, white lily. It's a cosmic lily, the cosmic purity. So you can, it's a cosmic dimension. So it's really, you can expand your consciousness at the cosmic level while you are doing that. So you are actually connected with the whole cosmos when you say the lily of the cosmic purity. Okay? So I am the freedom to be in God. So when you do that, your freedom, moksha, freedom is another word for moksha, freedom from negativity in God. Okay, decrease. These are the 5 decrees that we found are very appropriate for our this round. First one is flood is with the purity, decree 40.01, and yeah, this is the one. You could not find all the decrees on the YouTube. You only find 2 decrees on the YouTube. So this one is not on the YouTube. You can do together. So we'll do it only once, but you can do it 3 times, when you do that in your own homes. The preamble, you can see the name of the different master in the preamble here are different. Each preamble has a different name of the master that we are asking them for assistance or decreeing with us or releasing the light as we invoke their presence together. In the name of the beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, I am in me, my very own beloved Holy Christ self, beloved Sarabas Bay, beloved Goddess of purity, beloved Queen of light, beloved Goddess of light, beloved Pallas Athena, beloved mighty Astaya, beloved Guruma and Lanello, the entire spirit of the great white brotherhood, and the word mother, elemental life, fire, air, water, and earth, I decree. As you know that we do one and then refrain, two and then refrain. We do it one time, but you can do it as many times as you like. Beloved Serapis, O Master of Love, flood us with purity from above. Goddess of purity, let thy flame blaze through us in God's own name. Purify my mind and keep it free. Purify my feelings and let all see wondrous effects of God control, directing my life to its goal. Purify my body from all disease. Purify my memory and record, please. All that I am and hope to be is given by love's own hand to me. Ascend it now and cut all free in perfect purity like thee to be. Purify my mind and keep it free. Purify my feelings and let all see wondrous effects of God's control, directing my life to its goal. Purify my body from all disease. Purify my memory and record, please. So we wait for the end in full faith until the very last end. So decree next one 40.02. Blaze ascension flame through us. This decree is we have ascension flame that comes from the mother light. We're going to can you go to the bottom of this one, Jay? I want to right here. So we're going to give this decree first time as you says blaze. Then we're going to change the word blaze with charge and then expand. So as you can say in the footnote, and charge, expand, and then charge and expand. We replace that word. Okay. Preamble. In the name of the beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, I am in me, my very own beloved Holy Council, beloved Sarabas Bay, beloved Zarathustra, and angels of the Ascension Flame, beloved Guru Mahalanero, the entire spirit of the great white brotherhood, and the word mother, elemental life, fire, air, water, and earth, I decree. Blaze the Ascension Flame through us, blaze the Ascension Flame through us, blaze the Ascension Flame through us, beloved I am. Blaze the Ascension Flame through us, blaze the Ascension Flame through us. Blaze the ascension flame through us. Take thy command. Blaze the ascension flame through us. Blaze the ascension flame through us. Blaze the ascension flame through us. Magnify each hour. Blaze the ascension flame through us. Blaze the ascension flame through us. Blaze the ascension flame through us. Love, wisdom, and power. Charge the ascension flame through us. Charge the ascension flame through us. Charge the ascension flame through us. Beloved, I am. Charge the ascension flame through us. Charge the ascension flame through us. Charge the ascension flame through us. Take thy command. Charges and the flame through us, charges and the flame through us, charges and the flame through us, magnified each hour, charges and the flame through us, charges and the flame through us, charges and the flame through us, love, wisdom, and power, expand the essential flame through us, expand the essential flame through us, expand the essential flame through us, beloved I am, expand the essential flame through us, expand the essential flame through us, expand the essential flame through us, take thy command, expand his asam them through us, expand his asam them through us, expand his asam them through us, magnified each hour, expand his asam them through us, expand his asam them through us, expand his asam them through us, love, wisdom, and power. Next one, Jay. I think it's 40.04. So this is the kind of rhyme we give. We can give it slowly, you can give it prayerfully, or you can give it the way I am giving, with more power, more emphasis, putting on the first word like blaze, charge, expand. You can put more energy into that part. Okay, let's give it 40.04 again. We gave it the same way. Number one, refrain, and then number two, refrain, and so on. Together. In the name of the beloved, mighty, victorious presence of God, I am in me and my very own beloved Holy Christ self. I call to the heart of beloved Sarabas Way and the brotherhood that looks out, beloved Lord Gautama, beloved Saint Germain, beloved God and Goddess Miru, beloved Sanat Kumara and the Holy Kumaras, the cosmic being harmony, the seven mighty Elohim, the seven beloved archangels and their archei, the seven beloved Johans of the race, beloved Guruma and Lanello, the entire spirit of the great brotherhood and the word mother, elemental life, fire, air, water, and earth. I am calling today for the golden pink ray to manifest around my form. Golden pink light, dazzling bright, my four Lord bodies adorned. O brotherhood at luxury and blessed Sarabas Bay, Hear our call and answer by love's ascending ray. Charge, charge, charge our being with essence pure and bright. Let the hallowed radiance of ascension, mighty light, place its dazzling light rays upward in God's name, till all of heaven claims us by God, for God's ascending flame. Saturate me with golden pink light, make my four Lord bodies bright. Saturate me with ascension rays, raise my four Lord bodies today. O brotherhood at Luxor and blessed Serapis Bay, hear our call and answer by love's ascending ray. Charge, charge, charge our being with essence pure and bright. Let the hallowed radiance of ascension mighty light raise our dazzling light rays upward in God's name, till all of heaven claims us for God's ascending flame. Surround us now with golden pink love, illumined and charged with light from above, absorbing this with lightning speed. I am fully charged with victory's meed. O brotherhood at Luxor and blessed Serapis Bay, hear our call and answer by love's ascending ray. Charge, charge, charge our being with essence pure and bright. Let the hallowed radiance of ascension mighty light place its dazzling light rays upward in God's name, till all of heaven claims us for God's ascending flame. Okay, next one, please. So we have two more degrees left here. Very simple, very short. You can give them at your own pace. If you find the words kind of tongue twisting, difficult to pronounce, so uh, I think I think you will get used to that after a while. I was like that also when I started. Had a hard time, but this is very beautiful. 40.06. This is very nice decree to give. I'm pure. It's a mantra, as you said, as a call. Let's give it together. By God's desire from on high, accepted now is our done high, like falling snow which far glow with the blessed purity does bestow his gift of love to me. I am pure, pure, pure by God's own word. I am pure, pure, pure of our sword. I am pure, 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 truth is adored. His Son has make me all. Blessed Eucharist, fill my soul. I am the law, I am the light. Oh, mold me in the form so bright. Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am. Just want to explain the meaning of Blessed Eucharist, fill my soul. What is the meaning of that? Blessed Eucharist is the light, ingram of light that comes out of the light of Almighty God, that comes from the heart of Alpha and Omega, come through the heart of your I am presence, and then comes down to your heart of your higher self, and comes into your heart chakra, and comes into all of your chakras. That's the that's an impetus, that's a positive light called Eucharist of light. You can call it prasad if you want to call that way. In Indian terms, this is prasad of light that God that gives us. Okay, Jay, last one, please. 40.09 wall cool breathing exercise. This is also light. This is also in the decree 10.07a, I think, by Kutumi's decree. You can, this is beautiful decree given by Kutumi ji. So let's give that. I am light, glowing light, radiating light, intensifying light. God consumes my darkness, transmuting it into light. This day I am a focus of the central sun. Flowing through me is a crystal river, a living fountain of light that can never be qualified by human thought and feeling. I am an outpost of the divine. Such darkness as has used me is swallowed up by the muddy river of light which I am. I am light. I live in light. I am life's fullest dimension. I am life's purest intention. I am light, 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 spreading the word everywhere I move, blessing, strengthening, and conveying the purpose of the kingdom of heaven. Just a couple of words here. Second paragraph. This day I am a focus of the central sun. That was the one picture that I showed you from the beginning. Then you can look at the picture. You are a focus of the central sun because the light is coming from the scared central sun into your heart chakra. That's through the crystal cord. And then another thing I want to show you is that flowing through me is a crystal river. Crystal river is a crystal cord. That light is coming. Crystal river, master call it that way. So you can visualize that degree, and you can visualize your I am present chart. You can visualize all the charts that picture that you have seen, and you're giving this degree, and you are becoming a focus of the great central sun in your home and in your wherever you're doing through your visualization. Okay, Jay, let's go back to the matrix of the that we are closing part of the matrix that we are at. So these are the 2 decrees that on the YouTube that we have listed underneath. You can see that. थोड़ा सा नीचे करोगे जय, थोड़ा सा yeah. So this decree, I am pure. The number 4 is on the YouTube. Number 5, I am light, is on the YouTube. So you can also take advantage of that going to YouTube. Let's give the closing together. And in full faith, I constantly accept this manifest. And in full faith, I constantly accept this manifest. And in full faith, I constantly accept this manifest. Right here and now, with full power, eternally sustain, all powerfully active, ever expanding and word unfolding until all are wholly ascended in the light and free. Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am. Sealing of the decree session. Let's give that together also. This is a beautiful part to always seal our decrees so that the decrease energy is protected from the dark forces. So nothing can steal that energy from us by argument or by discussion or any mean outer mean in the that sometimes the dark forces like to do that. Okay, together. Our beloved Father, Paramatma, we call to the holy angel who serve at the throne of grace, receive now by the heart our own holy Christ self, Atma, the full gather momentum of our prayer. Let the decrease essential said Michael the Archangel, Hanumanji, be multiplied now by the Immaculate Heart of Mary, by the Sacred Heart of Jesus, by the purple fiery heart of Saint Germain, by the magnanimous heart of Lanello, the obedient heart of Godfrey, the pure hearts of Saint Teresa of Lixor, and all saints ascended, and the just and true and faithful hearts of all saints unascended. In the name of the living word, let our praise be caught up in the very heart of cosmic Christ Lord Maitreya, and be sealed in the very heart of Archangel Michael, for use and those our loved ones and light bearers are in need of immediate transfusion of light and the protection of Captain of Lord's host, Archangel Michael. So let this river of our decrees of light in your heart, O mighty angel of the sacred fire, O beloved Maitreya, now be for the healing of nation, the protection of the holy places, the faithful and to witnesses, and yes, and the master activity on planet Earth. In the name of the entire spirit of the Gate of Brotherhood, I consecrate these hearts as chalices of living light of Archangel Michael and his dynamic decrees through us. So it is. थोड़ा सा ऊपर करेंगे जय. Last few lines. So it is done in the name of the Father Brahman, which is Brahma, the Son Brahman, part of Vishnu, the Holy Spirit, the Vishwa part of Brahman, and the Divine Mother Parvati. Amen. Om. I just did that Brahman. I put the word Brahman because Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are the part of the Brahman, the big profile of God, Brahmasmi or Brahman. So I just want to clarify that part. I did that, so I hope you can pronounce it that way. So understanding that Brahman is a Brahmasmi, and there are 3-4 flames of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva in our heart. Thank you very much. I think I'm looking at the watch. I've gone over a little bit over 6-7 minutes of your time, so I think now we can open up for the question. So if you have no question, please put in the chat room. So Poonam can look at the chat room and will bypass you. And then all those of you have questions, you can. So you can actually. Thank you, Pooja. Good night. Yeah. So let's have the question, Poonam.
Thank you, sir. राम तीरथ जी, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
రావట్లేదండి.
या हम आपको सुन सकते हैं.
हाँ जी, राम जी बोलिए प्लीज.
मिस्टर राम.
Hello.
हाँ जी.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Nothing, sir. No question I have.
Yeah, Thank you very much for joining us, Ram Tiraji. Well, you're welcome. Most welcome, and please continue. We'll love to have your company tomorrow, same time, and every Saturday, Sunday. Welcome.
And okay, sir. I love to come.
You're welcome.
नीलिमा जी आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
I think, yeah, नीलिमा जी ने कहा नहीं है क्वेश्चन, या
ठीक है सर. सर मैं 1 मिनट चैट रूम चेक कर लेता हूँ.
Okay, I think okay. Just जी थोड़ा क्वेश्चन है क्या कोई? अल्पोना में चेकिंग.
हाँ जी जजी जी.
Sat Shri Akal, sir.
हाँ जी, सत श्री अकाल जी.
No, I don't have any questions, sir. I wanted to share something that while we are doing these different rays decrees, I am seeing a little bit of a shift in my way of being, in the sense that I was sharing with Poonam yesterday that I have started seeing things with so much more clarity and precision. You know, like there is a kind of a precision in hearing and speaking and reading and understanding. So I just want to share that you know, that is the feedback I'd like to give you for having done this work. So thank you so much, and I'm very grateful for the whole group as well, because it's a collective energy that is working right now. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Jasji. These are the things that are very powerful testimonial, and I'm sure other people are also feeling that, and that is, I think, as you said, it's an individual and collective, you know, effort and blessings of God from us, from all of us, you know. And I want to thank you, and I want to thank everyone who is part of this monumental work of the working on the salmon race, you know, and continuing on to that. So God bless you all. God bless us all. That's all I can say. Okay, thank you.
Other thing also, sir, like for example, when we there is no helplessness, in the sense that, you know, when we are hearing conversations about COVID, or I'm hearing conversations about Afghanistan, and so I know that I am putting in my bit by doing these decrees. You know, I'm kind of putting in, maybe it would be a drop in the ocean, it could be anything, I don't know, but how much of a difference it makes out there. But I know that in my day, I am spending half an hour, and I'm spending time, and I'm sending energies to Mother Earth. So it is very, one feels very secured, and it's very comforting. There's no helplessness in this now, in the situation. One says that, okay, I'm doing my bit and things will be well. So it's a positive kind of a experience. So I just want to share that as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for mentioning that. Afghanistan energies in this shift in the last 2 weeks in Afghanistan, that India is a lot of energy that we as the light bearers, because I know other people are doing that in India also, and religious groups are doing that, holding the balance. But you know, we know that masters are thinking about that, because back in '79, when something happened in Afghanistan by the Soviet Union, Chananda gave a dictation, and he talked about that, what it means for India to hold the balance. So I think we can create a wall of positive energies around the borders of India on all 4 sides, not only on the western border, but on all 4 sides, to protect India from anything negative energies. So Afghanistan may be restored to its God design, and also India will be protected. India can be of assistance in many ways, on the inner level, on the outer level, whatever you are doing. So our call, our decrees, particularly to the from now onwards to the fourth ray and the other rays, will have another reason also to direct our energies for the victory of light in Afghanistan and India and every nation upon earth who is meant to enter the golden age blueprint. So those are my thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Poonam? Hello, Poonam. I think Poonam has gone silent. I think.
हाँ जी सर, आ गया रंजीत जी, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
No, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
जेपी सर, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
Thank you.
सर हो गया.
Okay, very good. Thank you everyone for I think we are a little bit ahead of time, so we'll finish that. Please do join tomorrow. Tomorrow is a much more, as I said before, much more teaching by Guru Ma on the YouTube, and you will love it tomorrow. What she has to talk about Sarabas Bay and the inner teaching of the Ascension Temple at Luxor. So let me have this sealing invocation. In the name of the I am that I am. In the name of the light of God that never fails, oh beloved Master of the fourth ray, beloved Serapis Ray, beloved Archangel Gabriel and Hope, beloved Elohim, purity and Astraya, we thank you for your presence. We ask you to take each one who have attended this our work session and who will be listening to this session on the YouTube and Facebook to your retreats at night, tonight and during upcoming evenings, upcoming days, to tutor them all that they need to learn to become the sons and daughters of God. Archangel Michael, protect them, protect the light energy that you are given to each one of us. Show them how to expand it, how to serve others, how to set the light all over India, all over the world. Be that beacon of light themselves, so that we all may have that victory or whatever the ascended master hold, the divine plan for India, for America, and for the whole world. In the name of the light of God that never fails, we thank you, beloved Sanat Kumara. We thank you, beloved all the hosts of light. We thank you, beloved Guruma. We thank you, beloved Lanelo, for being the vanguards, the guardians of the ship of Lord Maitreya with us to lead us all the way home. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts in the name of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Om Tat Sat Om. Amen. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening, all of you. God
Thank you,
bless
sir.
you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Poonam.